SpaceX moved the most flight-ready of its Starship rockets, Ship 24, to a launch site in South Texas on Saturday. While a launch is not imminent this week, it could take place as early as April 10th. Earlier this week, the company lifted the massive Super Heavy first stage of its launch system onto a launch mount at the pad. The next step will involve lifting the Starship upper stage into place atop the first stage. While these vehicles have been previously stacked for testing,
this should be the final time they are positioned on
the launch pad before lifting with DOT. In recent weeks, technicians have added shielding to protect the launch mount and tower from the extreme heating from the launch of Super Heavy, which is powered by 33 Raptor engines.
The launch vehicle will have about double the thrust of the two most powerful rockets ever to reach orbit, NASA's Saturn V and Space Launch System rockets.
With this work largely completed, the focus now turns toward the final significant hurdle standing between SpaceX's massive rocket and a launch attempt license from the Federal Aviation Administration. While such regulatory matters are uncertain, a source said good progress is being made toward the issuance of such a license during the first 2 weeks of April. It also appears that, tentatively, NASA is reserving the use of its high-altitude WB-57 aircraft for observations of the Starship test flights on April 10th and 11th.
It will make a controlled descent and landing into the ocean just north of the Hawaiian Islands after a rapid-fire test campaign in 2020 and 2021 of launching Starship prototypes. The company has moved more cautiously at its development and test facility in South Texas.
This is because the company has likely invested more than $1 billion in a massive launch and catch tower to support Starship and Super Heavy, as well as ground systems to support fueling of the massive vehicles. Because so many assets are clustered in a small area near the Gulf of Mexico, SpaceX really does not want to take the risk of destroying infrastructure it has spent more than a year building and testing. This would set the Starship launch campaign back months, at least, as the area is rebuilt.
It would also probably redouble regulatory concerns that were raised as part of the Federal Aviation Administration's process to clear the South Texas location for experimental orbital launches.
Please subscribe, Ailey Mitham, for more videos.